270, we got 306, and that road ran through some pretty blue states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. I understand that they're angry. I understand some of them are bitter, but they made it very personal last night.
Yeah, they did.
So
Kellyanne,
let me make it electoral.
Kellyanne,
Yes.
I went to the Kennedy School. I've been to the Institute of Politics, seen forums like this. They're almost always very civil, and the conversation is analysis on policy. Until last night. So we'll play a little bit of the exchange to get you to react to that specifically.
Okay.
I would rather lose than win the way you guys did.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes. Yes.
That's very clear today. No, you wouldn't, respectfully.
Absolutely.
Do you think I ran a campaign where white supremacists had a platform? You going to look me in the face and tell me that?
It did. Kellyanne
Really?
did.
And that's how you lost?
It did.
Do you think you could have just had a decent message for the white working class voters? Do you think this woman who has nothing in common with
I'm not
anybody,
saying that's why you won, but that's
these
kind of
counties,
campaign
we
that was
flipped
run.
it over
Yes.
200. How about it's Hillary Clinton? She doesn't connect with people. How about they have nothing in common with her?
It kind of sounds like they, you
now believe, which is this was a moral contest, not a contest between opposing ideas, but a contest between good and virtuous people and evil people. They believe, of course, they're on the good and virtuous side. This is a really ominous sign because it suggests two things. One, the Democrats believe that anyone who disagrees with them is evil. And two, they haven't actually thought through what happened. They've learned nothing. They believe that Trump got elected because America is racist. Boy, that's not the right conclusion.
well, look, you look at them, and they blew a great big pile of dough in losing.
Right, and they
for
clearly,
sure.
like you said, haven't learned because we saw that with Nancy Pelosi. They reelected her.
Well, yeah, but imagine, okay, so if you and I are arguing about an issue, I would think, I really like Ainsley, but she's just wrong on that issue.
Yeah.
But if the debate is over who's going to heaven, then I look at you and I'm like, Ainsley's just not a good person. Like, it is a deep and unbridgeable divide once you start framing politics in moral terms. This is a dangerous path to go down.
I agree. Let's don't have that conversation.
You're
want
the
to go
best
to
person
heaven.
I've ever met, so it doesn't apply to you. But I'm just saying, they actually think that America is a bad country filled with evil, racist people, and that's why Trump got elected. Whoa.
Yeah, and that this election's an exception. I mean, look at Keith Ellison, the nomination of the DNC. I mean, is this something that's not just a Clinton camp thing? This is a Democrat left-wing party thing. Hey, the right is all evil. We're going further left.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the irony alarm goes off because it's Keith Ellison who called for, like, a separate ethno-state for African Americans. So, like, who's the racist? Okay, but leaving that aside, that's a symptom of something else, which is profound disunity on the Democratic side. What is the Democratic Party? It was the party of the working class, of the farms and the factories. Now it's what? The party of Black Lives Matter, or of Bernie Sanders, or of the Clintons. Those are three very different groups, and it's not clear who runs that party.
Plus, fold into all of this casserole, the recount that's going,
the Clinton casserole.
the recount.
I found a hair in mine. Sorry.
That is so wrong on so many levels. The recount, ultimately, the goal there is just to leave a stain on the beginning of the presidency of Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I think so, but I also believe that a lot of Democrats believe that the underlying charge is true, which is that Russian agents somehow got a hold of voting machines in rural Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania and tampered with them, though they're not connected to the internet. They believe there's no way he could have won unless the people are racist or the Russians got involved.
All right, we want you to stick around because you will, right? Because Donald Trump took the stage last night during your